This is On Tilt Trading. Currently, I am watching Avalanche for potential entry here. We are trading just below the 200 EMA here on the 15 minute and well below the 200 EMA here on the daily. If we can, or if the price on Avalanche gets a little higher, I'll take an entry here. And then I'll break down my charts to let you know what I'm seeing. Right now, this is a Fibonacci retracement. I'm using this to get a better entry here on pullback as close to this 200 EMA as I can. If I can get this bid line, or if this bid line goes up to this green line right here, this 0.618 line, I'll take an entry. Okay, I just took an entry here on Avalanche. Okay, I'll break down what we have here on Avalanche, and then I'll walk you through the rest of my watch list, as Avalanche is the only one I have set up right now. I'm going to take a look at XLM at Stellar. No, we don't. Stellar's not there. Stellar's still above here, and then let's check out near. No. Okay. Let's go to Avalanche here. Let's go back to it. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm seeing on Avalanche that just had me take this short here. So to first put my charts into perspective, up here we have the 15-minute chart. Down here we have the daily chart. On the 15-minute chart, I'll bring your attention to this blue line right here. This is the 200 EMA. I use this technical line here as a barometer on whether or not I think a currency pair is strong or weak. If a currency pair is trading above the 200 EMA, I classify it as strong, and I want to only look for longs. If it is close to the 200 EMA, depending on how my technicals line up, I may take a long if it's under but really close, or take a short if it's really close but over. But I prefer things to clearly be above or below a level, or else it's a bit indecision. And also, if it's below the 200 EMA, I consider it weak, and I want to look for short opportunities. And then we'll come up here to the 15, and I'll break down my indicators, my other indicators. So this area is a candlestick area. These gray vertical bars, this is a volume profile. This area right here, this is a slow stochastic indicator. And this area down here at the bottom, this is a MACD. Then if we zoom out a little bit, we'll see here, we see this blue line right here and here. This is the 200 EMA here on the 15-minute chart. If you see these purple lines here, these are Camarilla pivot points. This is This is S3. This is S4. So my trading system is based off of Camarilla pivot points. The trade that I just took, this is a strategy that I am working on where I'm using the 200 EMA to get entries. So the 200 EMA on the daily is very strong. It's pretty strong on the 15 as well. The larger the time frame, the stronger the moving average is going to be, and the more support and resistance that is going to provide, depending on what side of the 200 EMA that it's on. Technically, this S3 level is a long level where you want to go long for an S3 to R3 traverse up here. And then with S4, if a currency pair trades below S4, then it would be a short down here to S6. What I'm playing here on this particular currency pair for the first time is I'm taking the trade here at the 200 EMA in anticipation of this particular currency pair selling off through S3, through S4, and down to S6. I can be completely wrong on this. This can go many other ways, but this is an attempt to gauge the 200 EMA. So I want to gauge what type of indicator this is as far as in being able to, did we come back and retest? Yeah, we almost came back and retested here. I want to get a gauge on whether or not I can use the 200 EMA on the 15 minute to gain entries well in advance of volume and just basically before the move. Trying to get my positioning if at all possible. So what I'm anticipating here is based on the weakness on the daily and now the weakness on the 15, that there'll be continuation for this sell-off below the 200 EMA. This is the first time I'm attempting this trade. It doesn't follow the Camarilla trading system exactly, but I'm using it in conjunction with it in order to refine my particular system. So we also have here on my technicals, we can see that we're in an over sold condition on the slow stochastic, and the MACD is pretty flat right now with let's say moderate seller momentum. We can see the sellers have had momentum throughout this candle here, where Avalanche sold below the 200 EMA here, and sellers have maintained momentum and have kept it below the 200 EMA here. We can see we came up to test, and I used the Fibonacci retracement here to get a more precise entry here on pullback. So we'll continue watching this currency pair and see if we can get continuation to this move and potentially sell off through the cams down to S6. And I'll zoom in a bit. We'll get a look at where my stop loss is and where my profit target is as well. So this green line up here, this is my stop loss just above this candle here where I set the high for the Fibonacci retracement for this particular sell-off that this pullback was initiated from, started here and ended here, and then we have the pullback here. So if we can break out below this level here, this 418 low, we may get some continuation. We'd sell into S3 and potentially further, but we'll see how this goes. This was also, I missed this. I wasn't watching the currency pair at this time, but this is another opportunity when Avalanche sold off and then pulled back for an entry here. But I caught this one, so just working on being more patient and taking entries on pullback instead of taking entries on breakouts and having to survive pullback, which can be stressful, or more pullback. I find that even when I get in on the Fibonacci retracements at the 0.618 level, it tends to pull back to the 6 or the 764 level, or maybe even a little past that. And I've even considered whether or not I want to switch to the 764 level just to get better entries, better risk to reward, and less pullback on entries. But we'll see how that goes. And then we'll zoom out, and then we can get a look at the profit target. So up here, we have Camarilla pivot S3. This is Camarilla pivot S4. And this green line that you see down here, this is Camarilla pivot S6. So this is the target. So ideally, if this continues to, if Avalanche continues to show weakness below the 200 EMA, in correlation with the weakness here on the daily below the 200 EMA, my trade idea is we'll continue to, or we may continue to sell off through S3, S4, and down to S6. But we'll see how that goes. All right, next up, we have Near Protocol. So Near Protocol, I'm watching because we're close to the 200 EMA. It's not my favorite setup because we can see here, here we're testing the 200 EMA here on the 15-minute, and it's holding, so it's showing strength here. And again here, another test, we're showing strength. Potentially some selling pressure here with these indecision dojis, but I like to see price action trading below the 200 EMA for a number of candles if at all possible, and likely the price action testing and retesting the EMA and failing for a short. So right now this looks more like it is going to hold. The 200 EMA here is looking more like support than resistance. So even though it's close, for me this is not going to work until we until this support becomes resistance. But we'll keep an eye on near to see if we break down, and if the Avalanche trade goes in my direction and begins to sell off, I may gain more confidence if this sells off and below the 200 EMA and has support, has resistance. And then we'll have a look at Stellar. So Stellar here, we can see Stellar is right at S3 and right at the 200 EMA. We can see that Stellar closed below the 200 EMA and also broke out below the low of this level. So it has my interest here with this candle showing some weakness. Found support, was able to be bought up above the 200 EMA. Still some selling pressure, and we can see now it's trading right at the level. So I'll continue to monitor this currency pair to see if it sells off below. But right now we can see it's trading above, so my interest isn't there. but this looks better than near protocol right now with the fact that it's sold off below the 200 EMA here. It's very close. If you see here on the daily, it's very close to the 200 EMA on the daily. So it may go either way, but we'll see how this goes. And I'll keep monitoring these three currency pairs just in case they sell off below S4. Again, I'm just trying something different to see if I can get a better entry or this is viable. But ideally, I want these currency pairs to trade below the S4 level. But I went in with a half size, and this is pre-market, or this is pre-US market open hours. So we'll see how it goes. But this is On Tilt Trading, and we'll see you next time.